Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And have some fucking fun. Because
Yeah.
I had no fun. And then get behind the mic, have some fun, chop up them samples, get back on your hitman vibe,
Yeah.
have some fun, get back to smiling.
Yeah.
These other motherfuckers, they wasting your time, B.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
The internet has seen plenty of wild celebrity theories over the years, but the latest storm erupted when Kanye West publicly suggested that the man currently behind bars is not actually Diddy.
He has a clone. Apparently there's this thing spreading around where people are saying that the person that's actually in jail is not the real Diddy. Let me catch you up to speed. This is a real photo of Diddy. Notice the markings on his face. They're very prominent, and they are from the real Diddy. However, in this mugshot right here, you do not see these markings at all. So people are claiming that whoever is in jail, allegedly, supposedly, is not the real Diddy. This photo always terrified me. There's just something off about this photo. To make matters even more weird, Diddy's private jet is still flying around as we speak and making stops in various locations around the world. Just a few days ago, his private jet was spotted at Auckland Airport, a spot normally reserved for private aircraft. This is from the account Celebrity Jets. They're actually tracking P. Diddy's private jet flight path. And this is when it was landing at New Zealand. And 2 days ago, it was at Honolulu, Hawaii. This is the actual private jet that Diddy owned. And you can see him getting off this private.
That single claim sent the clone conspiracies into overdrive, pushing an already chaotic situation into full-blown speculation mode. What Yes said wasn't presented as fact, wasn't backed by evidence.
And when you say you wasn't invited to these parties, obviously Cat Williams done talked about these parties. People will mention
I don't know if it's a party. I'm saying that metaphorically. You know what I'm saying?
But you've heard about the parties that everyone is talking about. But you've never got invited to them. So you
I don't know what
really,
I don't know. I don't even know what the party. That's how far out of it I am. I don't know. But people call me Illuminati too. It's like, call me what? Okay, cool. I'm Illuminati. Then whatever it is. It's like whatever. I don't care. I really don't give a. I really don't give a.
There you have it.
Right in the middle. Kanye West. Kanye. Kanye. Happy to see you. Kanye, why'd you show up today?
Hey guys, Aaron Katursky here from ABC. As if the trial of Sean Combs needed more spectacle, in walked Kanye West. He was inside for about 20 minutes. He didn't get into the courtroom. The guards made him go through security just like everybody else. He had to check his phone. And then he was taken up to the 24th floor to the overflow room. Now, I'm not sure if he didn't like it, didn't think it was the right vantage point for him, but he was only in there for a matter of minutes until he walked right back out. He was wearing this white, maybe canvas suit, and he told us that he was here to support Sean Combs. We're not sure that Combs' legal team wants him here for support or if he came on his own volition, but it certainly was a moment. While testimony was going on from Sean Combs' former assistant, a guy named Jonathan Perez, who was with him from 2021 to 2024, said he set up hotel nights that he referred to as king nights, brought the lights, brought the Astroglide, brought the baby oil. The jury saw a lot of pictures today, too, of things seized from Combs' Los Angeles mansion. 900 bottles of Astroglide lubricant. According to the HSI agent on the witness stand, the jury saw boxes of it, all stacked up in Combs' garage.
But the tone alone was enough to reignite one of the internet's favorite genres of celebrity myth-making, the clone swap theory. Within minutes, social media exploded with debates, side-by-side images, slowed-down videos, and claims that something about Diddy's appearance in recent footage felt off.
Behind the explosive documentary is Combs' longtime rival, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, and director Alexandria Stapleton.
How did you get that footage? Intending to use it for?
I have no idea what he used that for.
I mean, you know, you're talking about a man who films himself doing everything and has for decades. I think he wanted someone to be behind the scenes with him.
Combs' team firing back in a statement to NBC News today, saying the Netflix so-called documentary is a shameful hit piece and that they relied on stolen footage that was never authorized for release. His team sending a cease and desist to Netflix. Netflix referring NBC News to a statement from Stapleton in which she said they lawfully obtained the footage.
These theories aren't new. Similar rumors have been aimed at Gucci Mane, Eminem, Kodak Black, Megan Thee Stallion, and even Kanye himself. but mentioning them in the middle of a high-profile case amplified the fire dramatically. Kanye's comments played into the perfect storm: a high-profile arrest, limited footage, an empire shaken, a celebrity known for unpredictable statements.
Kanye West calls Twitter chief Elon Musk a half-Chinese clone engineered like Obama.
Boom.
Musk says he's taking West's comment as a compliment.
That's great. That's great. Well, there you go.
You let him back on Twitter. Jesus Christ.
Enough already.
Well, yeah, he's not right, but duh.
With those elements combined, it was only a matter of time before online investigators started building out their own narratives. Suddenly, entire threads emerged attempting to prove the person in court didn't carry himself like the Diddy they remembered. Some pointed to facial differences that could just be aging. Others pointed to weight changes that could easily be stress.
Powerful political and business.
You gotta realize one thing. That boy life is dangerous. His life doesn't, he's just not dangerous with the shit they said he was doing, but he's in danger. He know too much. One thing you gotta realize is he probably having a conversation right now with the higher ups and everybody else to figure out how it's gonna work itself out, because he know all the secrets. I know when I first started in this business, it wasn't a machine. I had to be the machine. I had to figure out how to get my songs on the radio, because at that time they was getting 5% and they got 10%. Those popping champagne bottles. I went from 95% of the songs you hear on the radio was my songs into 97%. So you have to really do all this thing and really do the work.
But conspiracy culture doesn't care about nuance. It thrives on mystery, uncertainty, and the idea that powerful people move behind the scenes in ways the public can't see. And once Kanye attached his name to the discussion, the theory grew wings. Fans began recirculating old interviews, red carpet clips, and performances as if they held clues that something had changed years ago. People started claiming the mugshots didn't match perfectly, ignoring the simple fact that angles, lighting, and years of personal evolution can drastically alter how someone looks.
You guys actually realize like how there's a taller Kanye and a smaller Kanye, taller Kanye and a smaller. They're fighting for who's gonna be Kanye. They're fighting for who's gonna be Kanye, dude, right in front of you. And it's like, yo, bro, leave my brother alone.
So Orlando is claiming that there were two Kanyes, but he isn't new to crazy claims, so he may not be the most reliable source. After this claim made by Orlando Brown and all the controversies he was in, Kanye shared a message from his personal trainer Harley Pasternak that was quite haunting. This is the guy Kanye was with when he was first taken to the hospital and given meds for his bipolar disorder. Harley has worked with many celebrities, including many people who have died to drug-related incidents like Mac Miller and Brittany Murphy. This has led theorists to believe that Pasternak may have had a hand in these people's deaths.
But none of that mattered online. The storyline was too irresistible. A megastar supposedly replaced by a lookalike to cover for deeper scandals. Whether believable or not, the idea dominated timelines. But the key point here is this: nothing Kanye said was confirmed. Nothing being shared online is verified. This entire whirlwind exists in a space of speculation, not fact.
We got video of him at Fort Dix reporting for work in the library, where he is making recommendations and handing out different movies and books for his fellow inmates.
I'm really fascinated just by the library itself.
But you're seeing him here. This is him reporting to work, taking off his jacket, taking off his scarf, and settling in for a day on the job.
It looks like a public school library.
Yeah.
It's
this was the chapel, and this is the media library in the chapel, which is where Diddy's currently working. He's working in a Life Connections program, which is an 18-month program that helps rehab people and get them closer to spirituality, to charity groups, and with that, it will shorten his sentence. But in this media library, he helps inmates with religious material, rent out movies, that kind of stuff. You see him pushing a
really
cart
interesting
with a TV on it.
Yeah, I mean, he was in the laundry room when he first got there.
Yeah,
this got to be
his first
This got to be a promotion.
Yeah.
It feels like a promotion. It feels like maybe he tried the lunchroom and put in a request for something different.
Yeah, it does it does sound like
mogul.
he used maybe possibly some connections to get a better job.
Celebrities often become targets of exaggerated theories, especially when they are part of major news stories, and conspiracy culture tends to fill any gap where clear information is missing. Kanye's claim didn't create a fact, it created a talking point. And that talking point quickly became one of the most viral conversations in modern hip-hop, feeding into the public obsession with shadowy mysteries, hidden industries, and the belief that things are never quite what they seem. To understand why the clone theory surrounding Diddy caught fire so quickly, you have to look at the online culture that's been building for years. Internet mythology thrives on the idea that celebrities don't age normally, don't act normally, and don't experience normal consequences. Every time a celebrity comes back from prison looking healthier, every time someone loses weight, every time a star returns with a slightly different voice or demeanor, conspiracy communities immediately jump to the most extreme explanation possible. Instead of accepting natural changes, aging, style shifts, or stress, they craft fictional explanations involving body doubles, laboratory clones, government cover-ups, and industry swaps. The origins of Diddy's clone theory actually appeared long before Kanye made any comment. For years, random online posts joked about him having a replacement because of how often he changed his appearance. But jokes turned into theories, and theories turned into viral content. When Diddy's legal troubles escalated, the online rumor machine already had a foundation to build on.
And so now we have two people come out saying that Diddy was talking to the feds. Do you think that's true?
Whether it's true or not, and he might have been cooperative in some way, shape, or form, you don't get away with human trafficking unless you give up John Gotti or something like that, and that's not what happened here. I can tell you, Jesse, that this investigation's been going on for a long time, very closely held by HSI, so much so that even some of the agents on the raid a week ago today didn't know whose house they were raiding until they got there. That's how closely held this investigation.
Wow, because there could have been a tip.
Absolutely.
And there are allegations that he was paying law enforcement through his chief of security, which also happened to be Michael Jackson's chief of security.
I don't know if I buy into that. You know, people in Diddy's situation like to have those involved in law enforcement close to them. But that doesn't mean they're taking payoffs. That doesn't mean they're doing big favors. They like that closeness. It's just like how Diddy was able to court Diageo or Estee Lauder. He was very successful in doing that, and that made him a lot of money and gave him credibility outside the hip-hop rap world. And that's what he was trying to do here, a lot like what Epstein did with very...
Every new photo from court was dissected. Every small difference became a clue. And when someone like Kanye, who has a massive cultural influence and a long history of stirring conversation, hinted that something felt off, it pushed these theories into the mainstream. Social media algorithms love this type of content. Videos labeled Diddy Clone Exposed pulled millions of views, not because they contained evidence, but because they fed into entertainment-based speculation. People don't click because they believe it, they click because they're curious. And once curiosity is monetized, creators start fabricating new angles just to keep the engagement flowing. That's how rumors grow into movements. Not because there's truth behind them, but because they're profitable, shareable, and dramatic. Meanwhile, actual explanations get ignored. High-profile arrests come with stress, weight loss, different lighting, and changed behavior. Legal battles can make anyone appear exhausted or withdrawn, but simple explanations cannot compete with the entertainment value of a conspiracy.
50 Cent's Diddy documentary isn't even out yet, and Diddy is mad as hell. Diddy's crisis PR manager put out statements to the media outlets claiming that the never-before-seen videos that are in the Netflix documentary were stolen. He's claiming that the one of him talking to his lawyers about doing dirty business was never meant to see the light of day. So you know what? Let's go ahead and hear what he said one more time.
We have to find somebody that'll work with us that has dealt in the dirtiest of dirty business. We're losing.
Diddy is also pissed that 50 Cent is the one that created this documentary, calling it a shameful hit piece, and he said it's crazy that 50 Cent got to work on this documentary when he has had a personal vendetta against Diddy for it in his own show.
The culture of online storytelling has turned real people into characters, and the more dramatic the arc, the more viral the conversation becomes. For many commentators, the rise of these clone theories has less to do with Diddy himself and more to do with the public's fascination with secrecy. When celebrities fall from grace, the public often shifts into detective mode, trying to uncover hidden truths, even if the truths aren't actually there. In this context, Kanye's comment was like gasoline poured over a pile of dry matches. Not because he confirmed anything, but because he gave fans permission to run wild with imagination. What's happening here isn't about proof, it's about performance. The internet isn't investigating, it's entertaining itself. And as long as stories like this generate engagement, they'll keep evolving, stretching further from reality with every retweet, video edit, and conspiracy thread. Kanye's claim about Diddy not being the real one is part of a broader pattern where celebrity statements reshape online narratives instantly. Kanye, throughout his career, has acted as a cultural amplifier. Whenever he speaks, whether accurately or not, it becomes a catalyst for viral conversations. His voice carries massive influence, especially when he comments on topics already shrouded in controversy. So when he hinted that something about Diddy's courtroom appearance felt unusual, the internet treated it like a puzzle piece completing a conspiracy that had been floating quietly for years. Inside conspiracy groups, Kanye's comment was framed as insider confirmation. Outside those circles, it was seen as another unpredictable Kanye moment. But regardless of interpretation, the impact was the same. The theory exploded across platforms. People dug through years of content searching for hidden signs that Diddy had already been replaced. Others created timelines stitching together unrelated events, trying to make the conspiracy seem cohesive. The more the theory spread, the less it had to rely on facts. It ran on momentum. The psychology behind this is simple. When a public figure with insider connections hints at something secret, fans instinctively look for meaning in ambiguity. They assume access equals truth, even though access doesn't guarantee accuracy. Kanye may have simply been expressing an opinion, reacting emotionally, or speaking metaphorically. But online culture doesn't distinguish between metaphor and allegation. It transforms commentary into evidence, evidence into theory, and theory into entertainment. This is how conspiracies gain power, not through proof, through participation. The more people engage, the more the narrative grows. And in this case, every shared video, every freeze-frame comparison, and every speculative breakdown contributes to a growing storyline that feels convincing simply because of its popularity. The theory becomes true in the cultural sense, not the factual one. Meanwhile, real-world explanations stay overshadowed. Stress can alter someone's demeanor. Legal pressure can change posture, speech patterns, and facial expressions.
The idea of secrecy is powerful. Fans love the feeling of discovering something forbidden, even if what they're discovering is entirely fabricated. At the core of all this is one simple truth. People are uncomfortable watching celebrities lose their power. When a figure as dominant as Diddy appears vulnerable, the internet fills the discomfort with fantasy. The clone theory isn't about science, it's about denial. Denial that fame is fragile, denial that empires collapse, denial that even icons can fall apart when the world watches. The theory thrives not because it's convincing, but because it protects fans from confronting the reality of celebrity downfall. As this story continues to spread, one thing becomes clear. None of the clone speculation, none of the side-by-side analysis, none of the viral theories are based on verified evidence. They're based on perception, imagination, and the social media ecosystem that rewards sensational narratives over grounded information. Diddy's legal situation is real, the emotions surrounding it are real, but the clone storyline exists purely in the realm of entertainment, built by online communities who remix serious topics into viral content. Kanye's claim added fuel, but it didn't provide proof, and that distinction is important, especially for viewers navigating celebrity news in an era where rumors become headlines instantly.
Theories like this grow because they make people feel involved in a mystery. They turn a celebrity into a character in a story. They give fans a sense of agency, the idea that they're uncovering hidden truth. But once the entertainment value fades, the facts remain unchanged. There has been no credible confirmation of anything beyond what is publicly reported. Still, the discourse surrounding the theory reveals something bigger. People are questioning institutions more than ever. Trust in media, trust in government, trust in celebrity culture, all of it is fractured. When trust breaks, conspiracy theories fill the gap. The Diddy clone theory isn't a scientific theory. It's a cultural mirror showing how deeply distrustful audiences have become. For now, the conversation continues to evolve, not because new information emerges, but because the internet is addicted to mystery. Every new photo becomes a talking point. every courtroom update becomes a meme. Kanye's suggestion has ensured that this storyline won't fade quickly, and for many online creators, the theory itself has become content fuel, something to remix, repeat, exaggerate, and monetize. But as the line between entertainment and information continues to blur, it's important to step back and recognize what this story really represents: the power of speculation, the influence of celebrity voices, and the internet's ability to transform even the most serious situations into conspiracy spectacles. The Diddy clone theory is not about truth, it's about curiosity. It's about the human desire to find patterns, even where none exist. And as long as celebrity culture thrives on mystery and spectacle, theories like this will continue surfacing, whether they make sense or not. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the rumor mill and its impact on celebrity narratives, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more breakdowns, analysis, and culture stories.